This has been a hell of a week. It's Friday. Fridays, weekends, they don't really mean nothing to me anymore because of my schedule. But it kind of feels like an accomplishment getting through this week because it's been really messed up this whole week with everything that I love. Hold on, my buddy John, co-creator of Punch Drunk Critics, is messaging me. What does he want? He's being silly. It's been a rough week for like everything that I love. Movies, pro wrestling. It's been tough, man. If you look at punchdrunkcritics.com, you'll see that Tenet got delayed again. Christopher Nolan's Tenet got delayed again. This time it's going all the way to August 12th. And the reason why is because why else? The freaking coronavirus is still out there. It's still a problem. And it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem for a long time. It's going to be a problem for as long as we got this jackass in the White House who doesn't want to do nothing about it. It's going to be a problem. Thank you, John Nolan, for joining. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. For following. It's going to be messed up. And all the studios are trying to scratch and sniff at release dates, man. It's a bunch of bullshit. Tenet has moved a couple times now because it was originally July 17th. And then it got moved to July 31st. And now they moved it to August 12th. And they keep scratching and sniffing, man. I mean, what do they expect is going to happen? They act like the virus is working on their schedule. It's not the way it's going to work. They're going to have to move that movie again. I'm not so sure we're going to get it in 2021. It's going to have to move out of the summer blockbuster season. I know Christopher Nolan don't want that. He wants it to be in the biggest theater in the middle in the summer, and that's what he wants. That's what he's been pushing Warner Brothers for. I get it, but the pandemic throws all our plans by the wayside. I should be getting ready for Comic-Con right now. I wanted to fly out to the West Coast and see friends. Those plans are gone. Those plans are gone. I'm not going anywhere. I'm immunocompromised. I'm not going anywhere. You're lucky I get out the door to go to the grocery store. So it's just not going to happen. And moving these movies by a week here, 2 weeks there, it's just not going to do anything. It's just not going to do much. And now we got to figure out, it's not just Warner Brothers that has to worry about this. All the major studios have to worry about it. Disney's on the hook now. Disney was on the hook with Mulan before. Because remember, it was supposed to be Tenet that was going to be like the standard bearer, right? Like, Tenet was going to be that first big test case. And to see how movies were going to do once theaters reopen, when most of them are reopening July 10th to July 15th. I think those are AMC and Regal's dates. And, 1 second here. I fix something there. There we go. And, it was supposed to be Tenet that was going to be the measuring stick. But when they moved back 2 weeks, that put Mulan in the front, in the pole position. Now, there's another movie coming out before it, a romantic comedy with the girl from Blockers. Actually, it could be kind of cute, but under normal circumstances, that movie gets lost in the blockbuster season. But if it's going to be like the first theatrical release, then it may have some added attention. And I can't remember the name of the movie right now. Even though I just put the trailer up, I can't remember the name of the movie. Let's see if I can find it. The Broken Hearts Gallery. Yep. The Broken Hearts Gallery is going to be like the first big test movie. That Russell Crowe movie Unhinged was going to be first too. I think that got moved also. But so now it's Mulan. It's the big blockbuster movie. And I know I keep getting messages from people asking, are they going to move Mulan to Disney Plus? I mean, they have that option, but for a movie like that, they want it in the theater. You can make a lot more money in theaters than you can in VOD or digital. It's just the way it is. So I doubt that they'll actually do it. I doubt that they'll do that. But Mulan being really the first big summer movie, I don't feel like that date's going to stick either. They're supposed to come out on July 24th, a week ahead of Tenet, or what Tenet's original, our last date. I don't think that date sticks either, and Disney's going to have to. They're going to have to fold, because the place that's having the biggest outbreaks right now, we're seeing a huge spike in coronavirus cases. The place that's having the biggest spike is Los Angeles County. You're not going to put your movie in Los Angeles? Really? That's ridiculous, right? That's ridiculous. Obviously. So, if you can't put your movie in Los Angeles, you're not putting it anywhere. For a movie like Mulan or Tenet, or even Wonder Woman 1984, which comes out all the way in October, and I'm not guaranteed on that date either of them making it. I'm not guaranteed that's going to happen. But if Los Angeles is having the kind of outbreaks that they're having now, those theaters aren't opening. At least not full capacity. Definitely not full capacity. And most people, and here's the thing. Here's what they don't say. People aren't stupid. I mean, I know it may not seem that way, the way people are acting, but people aren't going to go out somewhere if they feel afraid. It doesn't matter how many theaters you open. It doesn't matter how many restaurants you open. People aren't going to go. Our restaurants are opening around here. You think I'm rushing out to them? No. And nobody is. Just too much fear out there. So, I don't know what they're going to do. But I feel like the theatrical season is over. And it's going to be over for a long time. It's going to be over for a while. I don't see anything happening until next year. That's why I've been kind of laughing at people who are all excited over TIFF happening right now. Yeah, TIFF might be happening. I mean, I don't know what Canada's situation is in terms of the coronavirus. I really don't. But people flying into Toronto from here, there's not going to be that much of it. Canada's probably not going to want people from here flying there, because they're talking about keeping our people out of other countries because our spikes are so bad and because our government ain't doing nothing to stop it. So we might not even be able to go to TIFF even if we wanted to go to TIFF. It's just a really sad situation, man. And as a film critic, who loves the theatrical experience, but also has kind of loved being able to watch my movies at home, even the big films, work hasn't slowed down in the least. Yeah, I've lost a couple studio gigs, but I got the ones that matter still. And it's balanced by the fact that I don't have to go driving around everywhere. I can do more interviews, I can do more reviews, frankly, because I don't have travel time and all this other crap, waiting around time. So it's different. So I don't know, man. Disney's next. Disney's next on the list. Keeping an eye out to see. I expect a Mulan announcement very, very soon. Very soon. I expect a Mulan announcement saying that movie has been moved to another date. That's what I'm expecting. So we'll see how that goes. Also this week, man, pro wrestling has gone down the shitter. And I'm not just talking about like the show sucks. Like the shows don't suck. Like NXT, AEW have been fantastic. Raw and SmackDown, they are what they are at this point. I'm just talking about all the allegations, sexual assault allegations, harassment allegations that have been out there. It seems like every other day. Actually, let me take that back. It seems like every day, multiple times a day. There's a new announcement of somebody. And it's really been affecting the indie scene more than anything else. Some couple of big names out there. Joey Ryan has been thrown out there. Joey Ryan's a big, huge name. Michael Elgin, stuff like that. A lot of stuff going on, man. The coronavirus has decimated the WWE roster. Apparently, 24 people, superstars and crew, have been infected. Including Renee Young, infected. It's pretty big, and of course, her husband is Jon Moxley, who was the AEW champion, and he had to sit out last week's show so he could get tested. He's got a big match coming up, a big TV match against Brian Cage. So what's going to happen there? We don't know. I expect to hear something about that today or tomorrow too. But between the allegations and COVID, wrestling is being torn apart. When it comes to allegations, man, it's been sickening to see the number of things that have been revealed over the last few days. It's really sad to see something that you love so much and you see this dark underbelly. Now, wrestling has always had a dark underbelly to it. Always. I mean, I've known that since I was a kid. There's been, I mean, that's why that show Dark Side of the Ring exists, right? To show the dark underbelly of professional wrestling. But this is the stuff that you just don't see that much about. Like, you hear stories, but then nothing ever really happens, right? And while all this stuff has been going on, I've been thinking about Ashley Massaro, who committed suicide, a year ago maybe? She had always claimed sexual assault, that she had been raped while in the WWE. And nobody did anything about it. Nobody did anything. In fact, if I remember right, she was told to shut up about it. And she committed suicide. And, you don't know if that necessarily was the reason why she did it, but, I mean, it's been hard watching all these stories. These people you respect for their ability on the screen and all sorts of stuff. But it's really been really tough to watch. But anyway, I don't know. It's just a lot. It's been a lot of stuff going on this week.